gonna make him an offer again.
Of all the gin joints and all the towns
You
and all the
can't
world.
handle the truth. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the
Frankly,
war room.
my dear, I don't give a damn.
This is where the fun begins.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Right, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Multiplex Movie Melee. I forgot the name of our show for a second there. It's Multiplex Movie Melee. That's what we got going on here. We got another entry in our triple threat singles tournament pick'em style. Very neat matchup. Definitely many people that I think have faced each other in like certain aspects of our game, but never in singles, I believe, at least in any capacity. So we got I believe this is the way it happened, where Jake was called in. He called out Will Cohen, I believe. That correct? Yes.
Yes.
And then
yeah.
Will came in and he called out our fellow writer Rajko Krminac. See, there we go. I know what's going on.
Come on.
Krminac?
I'm trying to start. It's Krminac. I'm trying to start this thing where we all pronounce his name correctly. Come on. It's not that hard.
I thought I
Keep
was
going.
pronouncing it correctly. Anyway, we got all these three people here. Interesting match. Dylan, you got something for me before I bring him in?
Yeah, sorry to get angry at you there. Anyways, it's been a weird day. This should be a very exciting one. This is like, I believe, the third match that we've recorded so far in round one of the tournament, where we have two singles matches competing against each other in round one. So that's exciting. And Rajko is challenged for the team's title. We've seen what he can do over there. Just hasn't quite had the same luck in singles. I think all three of these competitors are really, really solid, and I think really this could be anyone's game, depending on if everyone shows up. So I think this should be a good one.
All right, well, bringing in first, you got Rajko and his manager today, Eric. How you guys doing?
Whoa, hold on. You know I love my boy Eric, but he's not my manager today.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, sorry, Eric. You know I love you, but you don't have the fight when it comes to challenges. So I'm sorry. Take him out. Take him out. Okay, can we bring in my real manager now? He's back there. Go ahead, bring him in.
I like it. Somebody's got to type in something. I don't know. Okay, help me out there.
So Rajko felt he needed somebody with the balls to challenge and pronounce people's last names correctly. So I might also host for Mark halfway through the show. But the only thing I'll say, because WrestleMania is going on, so my attention is divided. But I take umbrage with Will Cohen because he upon himself chose to lose weight over the last few months. So I can't call him a fat bitch anymore, which upsets me. But I can still say fuck Will Cohen, so I will say that. And Jake's just a fucking machine, so I'm hoping he fucks up royally. And then you will win, Rajko.
Hey, absolutely. That's my plan is for them to fuck up.
Yeah,
so
that's
hopefully that works. That's the way it works.
I will play mind games from backstage.
This is why I got him.
Yeah.
This is why mind games. This is how. This is the new Rajko. Mind games.
All right, I'm taking and I don't know. Guess I'm bringing in Will, and I guess Eric is here. Will, I'm gonna do that. Okay, that's what we're doing. I'm not seeing anything for Eric.
Me neither. This is weird.
All right.
I have a ghost manager. This is even more chaotic than I thought. But I'll start talking. What always amuses me whenever I get put in these situations is even after all of the tape that that's of me since late 2021, somehow everyone is still surprised when I do things, whether it's when I perform really well or when I just throw chaos somewhere. If you're going to give me like free access to the chaos cabinet, I'm going to unlock it and I'm going to take all the chaos I can to throw it. So that's exactly why I brought this man to my left. We both know that this is always going to be chaotic. I love this. This is just going to be so good. But obviously, I'm not taking this very lightly, but I feel like I can't be in a better position. I got a loss taken away from me. If I happen to come in third, I'm in exactly the same place I was when my match against Jeremy ended. So let's just have some fun, guys. This is going to be great. Eric, want to say something?
I cannot have fun. My internet froze as soon as I was betrayed. I took a chair shot to the back or whatever. We are Milwaukee, Canada. They are your blame your beers, whatever. I don't want to be frozen again. I better stop talking now.
Blame your beers. I like it. Patent that.
You got it. Goodbye, Eric. Then bring in the last person here, Jake Maringoni. All right. Surely, Jake, your pre-match interview won't be really weird, and it'll just be straight to the point.
Well, you forgot to add my manager in. Let's see him. Oh wait, I don't need one because I'm a one-man show. I don't need my opponent's other teammates. I mean, I actually enjoyed the bit. It was actually quite good. Thank you guys. Here's the thing. When we did the pick'em tournament, and I was given the list of people to pick, I wanted to pick a singles champ. I'm a former singles champ. Wanted to pick a former singles champ. I wanted to test myself. So I called out Will Cohen. I did. I called him out. I played him in teams a bunch of times, but never played him in singles. He beat Jacoby and Tim, was it, to win the belt? Pretty incredible. I didn't call out Rajko. Will did. So as far as I'm concerned, Rajko could win this match, and I wouldn't care. I'm here to beat Will, no one else. Okay, so Rajko, you can have fun or whatnot, but I'm just after Will. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a 1v1.
Fighting for second. All right. Let's get started. Round number one. It's going to work like this. You're going to get 8 questions in 8 general movie categories. You have 15 seconds to write your answer down on your whiteboard. At the end of that time, we'll ask that you show and verbalize your answer. Give you a point for each correct answer, and any one of you gets all 8 correct, you will receive a bonus question, also worth a point. You also get 3 repeats and a challenge to use throughout the match. Anything else before we get started? Awesome. Your first question comes in the category of mystery thriller. What is the profession of Sam Bowden in 1991's Cape Fear?
Mark, I just want to say you're a lovely person, and I apologize for getting mad at you in the pre-match stuff.
That's okay. It wasn't even the worst thing that happened in the pre-match stuff, so we powered through it like professionals.
True.
That's what we are. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Rajko.
Lawyer.
Will.
Lawyer.
Jake.
Lawyer.
Look at that. It is lawyer. Everybody gets that correct.
So your next question will come in the category of the 1970s. Walter Matthau, Robert Shaw, and Martin Balsam star in which 70s action film? It was the word "which" that got me that time. A really easy word.
Had to move over my lines. The only thing I don't like about this triple threat tournament has me reevaluate how to do my board. I gotta have it's never equal. Everybody's always has less space, and I don't. I guess first world problems.
Bite the bullet and switch to spreadsheets like me.
3, 2. I can't handle tabs. 1. Pens down. Let's go to Will.
Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Okay, Jake.
Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Rajko.
Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, everybody's correct. Pelham 1, 2, 3. You're taking the Pelham 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can take that. Going into your next question of the category of horror. What moniker does Ethan Hawke's character go by in The Black Phone?
When you're looking at someone's board and you can just tell that they erased the word "the" because they were scared that it had it in it. That was me when I saw Jake's board.
Which I'm just gonna say, if you take out that title, it sounds really weird. It's I'll just give everybody that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, beat me. That is Rajko's first repeat. Your question again. What moniker does Ethan Hawke's character go by in The Black Phone?
It's a decent film.
I liked it quite a bit. Although this particular year, I did not go out and see a ton of things, so I feel like the stuff I did see was heightened for that reason. I liked it more.
Yeah.
But this was still, pretty solid. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Yeah, Jake.
I do not have it.
All right, Rajko.
I didn't pull it. The Beast.
Will.
Oh shit! I said the Grabber.
Wait, hold on. Don't.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, yeah, just wanted to see. I couldn't see your board. The Grabber was correct.
Holy shit!
Got it.
Okay.
Yes.
Something like that. I knew it was something like that. Shit.
So Will taking the lead there.
So your next question will come in the category of crime. Michael Caine and Sylvester Stallone play the title characters in what crime film and its remake?
That was a close one.
Yeah, thankfully he only erased the kind of like Jake on the Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3 question. Call back. Boom.
5.
I'm telling you, still saw the T. I think.
Hands down. Let's go to Rajko.
Get Carter.
Will.
Get Carter.
Jake.
Who should we cast as Michael Caine's character? Oh yes, Sylvester Stallone. Get Carter.
Get Carter. Clean sweep there. Will maintains the lead of 4-3. Going into your next question, the category of the 2010s. 2011's The Intouchables is set in what country? Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say something about this. I realized it might give it away. I just stopped myself. Like, I don't know. Okay.
What a
I'm still kinda
predicament we're in. Shit.
Yeah.
What do we do?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5 wrong.
Pens down. Let's go to. I guess it's Will.
I probably have it wrong. I said the Netherlands.
Jake.
France.
Yep.
Rajko.
Oh, okay. No, I went with India because of Intouchables, but that's different.
France is correct. So Jake hitting that, tying Will with 4 apiece. Rajko at 3. Go on, next question.
In the category of directors. Who directed Flashdance, Fatal Attraction, and 9.5 Weeks?
Yeah. Still kind of tired. I was up all night smoking meats.
As you do on a Saturday evening.
Oh yeah, I was making the meats.
Yeah. It's 420. What were you really smoking?
Just don't ask me that question.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake.
Adrian Lynn.
Okay, Rajko.
Well, I put an A, but Adrian Lynn.
And Will.
I did not have that. I had Liam Friedkin.
Adrian Lynn is correct. Whatever phonetically correct way it is spelled here. 5. Jake's lead 4 apiece for Rajko and Will. Going into your penultimate question in the round comes in the category of the 2000s. 2000s. Which 2000s film is about a Mayan tribe being attacked by warriors seeking human sacrifices, where one tribe member survives and seeks revenge on his attackers? Yeah, I mean, I don't have to stay up all night, to watch the meats, but I do it out of principle, just so that, if it comes out good. I take pride in my meats.
You're a man of meat integrity. I appreciate that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Rajko.
Apocalypto.
Will.
Apocalypto.
Jake.
Apocalypto.
Apocalypto is correct. 5, 5, 6. Jake's advantage. Score going on the last question.
In the category of classics, my voice cracked there, ignore it. Name one of the actors to play the title characters in 1969's Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice.
Gotta tell you, the list that things that we can talk about is getting shorter and shorter by the day. I mean, I just want to talk about my evening or my night last night. And
how was your Easter today? Good.
It was good. After I ate, I fell asleep because that's what happens when you spend all night smoking your meats. 5,
Nice.
4, 3.
Okay, I got to
One.
use my second repeat.
Okay, you got it.
Second repeat. Yep. Here's the question again. Name one of the actors to play the title characters in 1969's Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice.
Man.
Rank these names. Go.
Not
the answers.
Oh shit! Now I got to start over. I'll just say the best is Ted. 5,
Nice.
4, 3, 2.
Bob is number 1 for me.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Will.
I don't know. Cary Grant shows in a bunch of shit.
Jake.
I said Elliot Gould.
And Rajko.
Natalie Woods. Natalie Woods. Sorry.
That's
an sorry. That's Wood.
The correct answers were Diane Cannon, Robert Culp, Elliot Gould, and Natalie Wood. Wood.
Son of a bitch.
So we can only give it to Jake on that one. But so the score we have here ending round number 1 is Jake at 7, Rajko and Will tied at 5, still anyone's game. Going into round number 2, which is our wheel round, and which all 3 competitors will get a chance to spin our wheel. If they like what they land on, they can keep it. If not, they can elect to spin again, but they must keep what they land on the second time. They're going to get 5 questions, whatever category they land on, worth 2 points apiece, or they can check down to multiple choice for 1 point apiece. There is stealing, so please, everybody, watch your asses on that one. The categories that you can spin on today's wheel are 90s romantic comedies and pre-code horror, which are strength categories in the wheel. Jake Maringoni elected to not put a strength category on the wheel, so there was only 2 here. The rest of your general categories are Oscars, romantic comedies, the 1970s, actors and actresses, horror, romance, mystery thrillers, and biopics. Because it's a triple threat match, there is no spinners and opponent's choice. And just as a reminder, for stealing purposes, if that were to come up, please have the answer written down on your whiteboard, because we will begin to answers very quickly. So, Jake, you are ahead. So it's up to you whether or not you want to spin first or defer.
So I've done many triple threats. Thank you, Full Metal. And I never feel good having the lead in triple threats, because anything can happen in round 2. So I'm going to let the gents have their time with round 2. I'm going to defer.
All right. Well, it is. Then we'll go over to Will. Here's Eric to help you make a call whether or not you want to spin now or defer to Rajko.
What are you thinking, Will? Because I'm thinking you defer. Because he's a nervous wreck after the betrayal. He's adding essence to the thing.
He's definitely obviously a nervous wreck because he's already used 2 of his repeats. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say let's defer.
Excellent. You're doing great, by the way.
Thank you.
All right. They got Eric. Right. Here's John for Rajko. This will be your first spin.
I know. Calm down.
Fuck all this smack talk, Rajko. You're doing great too. All right. I don't care what these guys say.
And our romantic comedies. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I don't hate it, but it's like I need points, right?
That's what I would say. Like I'm sure you would do fine in this category, but maybe you got to swing and try to get something you think you can get like a good amount of points on.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's spin it again.
Second spin, you got to keep what you land on this time. John Cena's music. You land on Oscars. Is what
he won. Okay. He won. Now remember, these questions are dork level questions, so just put your dork hat on because a bunch of losers write these questions. So I'll go.
All right. Okay. My dork hat is on now.
All right.
It goes so well.
Why
with
we
his
love
jacket.
horror too, by the way.
All right, Dylan, ask these Oscars questions. So
Sure thing. Your first question in the category of Oscars. What film won both Best Sound Editing and Best Sound Mixing for films released in 2007?
I need multiple choice.
Your options are A, Transformers, B, No Country for Old Men, C, The Bourne Ultimatum, or D, Letters from Iwo Jima.
I'm going to go with A.
A is unfortunately incorrect for the 1-point steal. Is it A, Transformers, B, No Country for Old Men, C, The Bourne Ultimatum, or D, Letters from Iwo Jima?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Go to Will.
I remember the Bourne Ultimatum got a lot of weird things like that.
Jake.
The Bourne Ultimatum.
The Bourne Ultimatum is correct. 1 point.
So your second question. Steven Spielberg won his first Best Director Oscar for what movie?
Oh. Okay, is this a trick question? Schindler's List?
That is correct for 2 points.
Okay, I got scared there for a sec.
Seems like a pretty normal question. I don't know if there's a trick, but
no, you know what I mean. I got all confused.
Fair enough. Your next question. What song from Mary Poppins won the Oscar for Best Original Song?
Hands up, Rajko.
Oh, sorry. Which one was it? Yeah, I need multiple choice because I do know which one. Multiple choice.
Your options are A, A Spoonful of Sugar, B, Chim Chim Cheree, C, Sister Suffragette, or D, Let's Go Fly a Kite.
I have one more repeat of the options, right?
I believe you have 2.
Yes.
Oh, I have 2. Okay, in that case, can you please repeat the options?
Sure thing. That is your first repeat of the options. Is it A, A Spoonful of Sugar, B, Chim Chim Cheree, C, Sister Suffragette, or D, Let's Go Fly a Kite?
I'm going to go A again. I know it's wrong.
So unfortunately incorrect. For the 1-point steal, is it A, A Spoonful of Sugar, B, Chim Chim Cheree, C, Sister Suffragette, or D, Let's Go Fly a Kite?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Will.
I said B.
And Jake.
Chim Chimmery.
I knew it.
B, Chim Chim Cheree is correct for the 1-point steal.
All right, so now your penultimate question in this category. What is the only film for which Albert Brooks was nominated for an Oscar?
Is it Drive?
That is incorrect. Will and Jake for the 2-point steal.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Will.
I got smudged at the end. I said Defending Your Life.
All right. And Jake.
Broadcast News.
Yep.
That is correct for the 2-point steal. Broadcast News.
Yeah, damn it.
All right, Rajko, now your final question in the Oscars. Who won Best Actor for films released in 1998?
Oh, shit. What the fuck's his name?
5.
Roberto Benigni.
That is correct for 2 points.
That was awful.
Rajko getting a score up to 9. But with steals, I got Will getting a score up to 7. Jake at 11. Is that what you have, Dylan?
That is what I have, yes.
Right. Okay, so bring back up the wheel. Jake, you are still ahead. Do you want to spin now or defer to Will?
I will defer.
All right. Bringing in Eric and Will. This would be your first spin.
Good job on the steals, by the way.
Thank you.
You land on mystery, thriller. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I mean, what are you thinking about this one? You said you were good with this one, but the one we really didn't want is out, so you want to take a chance for a better one? It's your call.
If I want to catch up with Jake, I might have to swing. Can I just see the wheel again, just so I can have an idea? It's out.
I say you swing, but this is a good one for you. So if you take it, it's also good.
I'm feeling spicy. Let's roll again.
Right. Keeping what you land on this time, and you land on biopics.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Got all your repeats. Listen to the question carefully and do your best.
All right. Taking Eric. I will give you your questions and biopics. So here is your first question. Lawrence of Arabia is about the titular character leading the Arab tribes against what country?
Let's go multiple.
Multiple choice options are: is it A, Russia, B, Turkey, C, Greece, or D, Iran?
Sorry, Rajko, can we just have your other hand on screen, please?
Sorry.
You're good.
Go further back.
I'm just going to say Turkey.
That is correct for row one.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Well, your next question. In Elvis, what song did an ill and unfit Elvis perform in Rapid City shortly before his death?
Oh, no. God, I fucking hate this movie. Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are: is it A, Unchained Melody, B, If I Can Dream, C, Suspicious Minds, or D, An American Trilogy?
I vaguely remember this. Unchained Melody?
Incredible song. That is correct for 1 point.
I agree with Will's hatred of the movie. It's bad.
What do you have against Australian?
Great song, terrible movie.
The next question. What F1 brand does Daniel Bruhl's character race for in Rush? In Rush.
Wow. All these movies I haven't seen. Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are: is it A, McLaren, B, Ferrari, C, Red Bull, or D, Mercedes?
Red Bull?
That is incorrect. Everybody else for the 1 point steal, is it A, McLaren, B, Ferrari, C, Red Bull, or D, Mercedes? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Rajko.
Is it McLaren?
And Jake.
Wasn't confident, so I said B.
B, Ferrari is correct.
Oh, son of a...
All right. Now, Will, your penultimate question in the category?
Sure.
Who directed Man on the Moon?
Milos Forman?
That is correct for 2 points.
I never know if it's Milos or Milos.
Milos. Yeah.
Milos.
I probably would have taken either.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough.
Our last question. Who plays Eileen's love interest Shelby in Monster?
Christina Ricci.
That is correct for another 2 points. With that, Will getting a score up to 13. Rajko at the Billy still at 9. Jake with that steal getting a score up to 12. Is that what you have, Dylan?
That is what
I enjoyed my 2-second lead.
Oh,
and green. Rack at the wheel. Jake
still on the wheel.
Cannot defer any longer. So here's your spin. And you land on horror. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Yeah, let's take it.
Right when I take a swig, we're taking horror. Goodbye, wheel. Dylan,
My plan was to avoid the strengths like the plague. So let's see how this goes.
I mean, one of our strengths really was a plague.
First question in the category of horror. Who plays Selena in 28 Days Later?
Naomi Harris.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. In Last Night in Soho, Eloise is going to school for a profession in what industry?
Fashion.
That is correct for 2 points.
Pardon me.
Your third question. What 2000s horror film primarily takes place at Shady Rest Community Home?
Bubba Hotel.
Shout out Don Coscarelli. That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. Who directed 1963's The Haunting?
Robert Wise.
That is correct for 2 points. And now your final question in this category. What kind of building is John hired to work on in Don't Look Now?
A church.
That is correct for 2 points and the clean sweep of the category.
Nice.
With that, Jake getting a score up to 22. Will still at 13. Rajko still at 9.
Second place.
So we can go. We're going into round number 3, which is our pick your poison round, in which our competitors have drafted from our listed general categories. And they draft from the list of general categories. See what they'll pick here in round 3 again. They're going to draft again. Once a category is selected, it cannot be picked or answered by their opponent. They gives me 4 questions worth 1, 2, 3, 4 points apiece. The categories that are available today are classics, romantic comedies. This is in the way. Music, scores and soundtracks, musicals, 1980s, directors, coming of age / teen, sci-fi fantasy, 2010s, the 1990s, and the 1970s. We're going to have our competitors pick their categories and hopefully come back to finish this one out. All right, we're back. Players have selected their categories. So what we're going to do, we are going to start off with... we're going to go until we're out of questions or all players are third and second have been mathematically eliminated. We will start with the player that is behind, and once they at least get a lead on like the next person above, kind of go back and forth till we're out of questions. But the person that is behind right now is Rajko, so we'll start with you. What would you like for your 1 point question?
I think classics.
All right, classics it is. All right, your 1 pointer category classics. Who plays Captain Virgil Hiltz, aka the Cooler King, in The Great Escape?
Yes, not the director, but the actor, Steve McQueen.
That is correct for 1 point.
Just in case there's a challenge.
Thanks for the clarification. Yes.
Yeah. So stick with you, Rajko. What would you like for your 2 point question?
Good question. So do I want sci-fi for 3? You know what? Or do I want 80s for 3? John, help me out. Sci-fi.
Got it. Here's your 2 pointer in the category of sci-fi / fantasy. Who plays Eliza's co-worker Zelda Delilah Fuller in The Shape of Water?
One of my favorite actresses, Octavia Spencer.
That is correct for another 2 points.
She's in Spider-Man.
You
Why
are
does
still
everybody say that?
you are still behind. What would you like for your 3-point question?
80s.
Okay. All right, let's go 80s then. Here is your 3-pointer in the category of the 1980s. In Brazil, Sam first meets Harry Tuttle when he comes over to fix what in Sam's apartment?
Oh, shit. It's one of two things. It's one of two things. Air conditioner.
That is correct. For
Yes!
3
Nice.
points.
Very nice, cool.
And with that, Rajko jumps into second. We'll jump over to Will. So what would you like for your 1-point question, Will?
I think we should go music. Oh, you want to go musicals here? I'm thinking more music. Music. Let's do music.
I did that.
It's me, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Your question in the category of music. What kind of location are the title characters raising money for in The Blues Brothers?
An orphanage.
That is correct for 1 point.
They're on a mission from God.
That's true.
You are still behind, Will, so what would you like for your 2-point question?
Now let's do musicals, please.
Alrighty.
Your question in the category of musicals. What is the profession of Thénardier, played by Sacha Baron Cohen in Les Miserables?
Oh, he's a barber.
That is unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for innkeeper.
Oh
I think
God,
he's
I heard the question wrong. God damn it. Okay, you're right.
I was singing the song. I was trying to prevent myself from singing it.
Oh God, should have used a repeat. Fuck.
All right, so we'll then have to stick with Will. What would you like for your 3-point question?
90s, please.
You got it.
Your question in the category of the 1990s. Where do Nomi and Zach have sex for the first time in Showgirls?
And naturally, I haven't seen this. I'm just a hot tub.
That is really close. We were looking for pool.
It's not a hot.
Okay.
Whatever. Hold on. Just bring in Eric. Let's just bring in Eric.
Okay.
That's the only scene worth remembering in that movie, and I'm also pretty sure it's a swimming pool. I don't think we could win.
Okay.
This one.
I just wanted to see if we.
But
had
this is
a
an
chance.
evil question, indeed. You should have.
Move on. Move on.
Right.
The most insane sex scene of all time.
Yes.
All right. Unfortunately, we will stick with Will, who have to answer his 4-pointer in rom-coms to get second place. If not, that will go to Rajko.
So your 4-point question in the category of romantic comedies. What 80s romantic comedy opens with the female lead confronting the male lead after she sees him leave a diner without paying?
Five, 4.
Repeat.
3.
All right, that is your first repeat, I believe. Your question again. What 80s romantic comedy opens with the female lead confronting the male lead after she sees him leave a diner without paying?
This sounds so familiar.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
One more repeat.
Right, that is your second repeat. Your question again. What 80s romantic comedy opens with the female lead confronting the male lead after she sees him leave a diner without paying?
If this is wrong, then this was an amazing game, guys. I'm so glad I got to play all of you. I'm going to say Can't Buy Me Love.
And your winner by technical knockout, Jake Maringoni.
Woo!
Something wild,
Something wild.
Was the correct answer.
Never heard of it.
What?
Something wild.
Jonathan Demme, great.
Yeah, watch it.
Right.
So Rajko does get second there. Will be third, and going to there is everybody. Yeah, just so that kind of clear on that. At some point, like Jake couldn't be caught anymore, so we're just kind of playing for who was second, which was taken up by Rajko there. So, but yeah, I mean this was definitely a very interesting match. I think it's also one that just kind of shows just how dangerous Jake still is as a player. I mean, he's been kind of gone in singles for a while, and he's looked pretty sharp in the 2 singles matches he's had so far. And honestly, Will and Rajko still played decently well here today. And they were just kind of playing, unfortunately, forced to play catch up this entire time. And that's unfortunately what's happened in a few of these trios matches where just somebody just kind of gets out ahead, and it's just kind of tough to overcome that. But what do you got for the match here, Dylan?
Yeah, I can't remember what chat it was in, but I we were talking about just the league in general and different players, and someone brought up that Jake might be hitting his prime this late in his career, or at least the second prime, because he's playing some of the best trivia I've seen him play recently. He swept around 2. He only missed 1 question, I think, the entire game. So that's really impressive. Yeah, Will and Rajko are both fantastic competitors. They have nothing to hang their heads over today. I think they both played great. Jake was on fire. He kind of just couldn't be caught. So yeah, good match overall. Excited to see what all players do moving forward.
All right. We'll start out post-match interviews, which we will start with Will. And there we go. Bringing your match of the day. Eric, Will, a solid effort today. Just not the questions I think you want here in round 3. Definitely close on a few of them. Sucks when that happens. But overall, how do you feel like you played today?
I think overall, I think I did good. I had some pulls in round 1 that I was impressed by. I haven't seen Black Phone since it went to streaming. So I vaguely remembered it having some kind of weird name, but and that's probably getting any steals in Oscars, I think is kind of impressive for me, seeing that Oscars is not a category I usually like very much. If I had to pinpoint one thing that really cost, I really put the loss on my record right now, is just I didn't hear the question. For some reason, my brain went immediately to, as soon as I heard Sacha Baron Cohen, my brain immediately went to Sweeney Todd. But it's is that his name? It's well, okay. If I would have taken my time, which has been something that's always plagued me, I probably would have heard Les Mis, and then I would have immediately gone Innkeeper. But at the same time, those 2, those would have been my that would have been my 3 and my 3 and my 4 anyways. And so there's no way I would have gotten I wouldn't have gotten those questions on any day of the week. So but again, I was kind of playing with house money anyways, because at the end of my match against Jeremy Adams, I was told my record was 9-7. Then shit happened. Then all of a sudden I'm not 9-7. So now I'm 9-7 again. So really, what the fuck did I lose? Nice. Jack shit. That's what I lost. And also just one quick line of business. John loves saying "fuck Will Cohen." Of course, he always wants to say that. That's how AJ was born. So shit happens. Eric, say something.
Yeah, I think you're going to be fine. I'm going to take some of the blame here. At the very least, I should have pushed you to pick. I should have pushed you to pick sci-fi fantasy, because then that was a hell of a pull in Brazil. I'm going to feel sorry for you because you had to hear Showgirl's question, and that I wouldn't wish upon anyone. But you did your best. You had fun.
The writers like doing screwy things with me. What can I say?
This is a conspiracy, I tell you. No, you're going to be fine.
They're jealous of my sweet ass jackets.
Definitely. Yeah, the Battle of the Jackets coming up soon. Already happened, but I don't know. Did Jake wear a jacket? I don't know.
No.
Jake, get on point. This is why you win, I guess.
That must be it. Thanks for showing up, Will, and we'll certainly catch you down the road. Also, goodbye, Eric, and we're bringing second place finisher here today, Rajko Krminac, as well as John Marr. Here is your manager. Rajko, definitely. You were kind of playing from behind for a lot of this match.
Yeah.
Definitely spun Oscars, and not what you were hoping for. Able to get a couple steals in round 2, and then just kind of hit some key questions there in round 3 to kind of keep yourself at least in second, and at least not getting the loss. So it's like this match, just never happened.
First of all, I'm stunned that I didn't get the loss. I'm proud of my third round. I pooped the bed in the second round, and something happened. No, I didn't poop. I pooped the round.
No. That's exhibit. I've lost count of fuck Oscars. Get rid of it. Go ahead, Narco.
So you're saying Meltzer's right? All right, let's go.
Who's gonna go against Jake Meltzer? Are you fucking nuts? Keep talking.
But first of all, congratulations to Jake. I love Jake, and Jake is a fantastic player. If I would have got her, I would have gotten the 2. But hey, I'm not complaining. But and Will, look, see, Will said he didn't lose anything, but based on that jacket he wore, he lost his dignity. That's all I'm gonna say. So.
I also want to address Will. I don't. He's fucking up the canon here. Will and I never had sex to create Andy Jimmy. We adopted him because his parents abandoned him. Because look at him. That's why we have him. That's what happened.
Yeah, with that jacket.
Will and I never
touch him with that jacket.
Will and I never had sex. So that's
okay. I think we're good. All right. Let's see you, John. Okay. Congratulations on second place, Rajko. Okay. We just got to dump out that. Let's bring in Jake for the win here. Jake, you were on fire today. Just plain simple. Just I'm not sure if anybody could have beaten you today. So how do you feel?
I feel really good. I should have said this in the pre-match interview, and I didn't. But like Full Metal triple threats really terrified me as far as just triple threats in general. Like for a lot of people, that was like a majority of the matches were triple threats. And if you won, you get the win. And if you come second or third, you get a loss. And it was a massive responsibility for so many records being bloated. And it just wasn't fun. It wasn't great. And I had a lot of bad luck there because I would always come out with the lead in round 1 and then get absolutely destroyed in round 2 and then lose. So I didn't come into this thinking that I was going to just easily win. I'm happy Oscars did help me in round 2, and I'm happy that I didn't get a strength category. Like these guys know it. If I had gotten one of their strengths, it would have been a completely different game. So my whole thing with round 2 was to avoid the landmines. And once I spun horror on the first spin, it was like, well, I feel better at this than anything really else. And Oscars was taken at that point, and Bipix would have done pretty good in. But I'm very happy that I was stressing over like nothing. But I do think Will and I love Will and Rajko. I love seeing them in their matches. They're very entertaining. If anything from this is that we get to see them in teams, whether whoever it is, I don't know. But this is coming out later, so I can feel like I can say that. But that is going to be such a fun match whenever it happens, and I can't wait to watch that. So yeah, very happy about this. And now I get to just sit back and relax for a little bit until round 2 comes my way. I will say I'm just very happy that I was able to pull Elliot Gould from that Kate, Bob, whatever movie that was, because I thought I remembered the poster and thought Elliot Gould and decided to go for that because I can't think anything else. And honestly, I just went for it with the Don't Look Now with Church. I was like, well, it seems like it could be a Church. Can't see anything else to guess, so I went with that. And it's paid off quite well. So very happy about this. Rajko, Will, I can't wait to see you play in the future. But I'm going to move to round 2 and feel a little bit better about myself now.
Speaking of the future, mention round 2, which you're moving on to. There are a lot of people in the mix here. Any inkling of who you'd be interested in seeing in round 2, given that opportunity?
So I've got 2 people in mind that I'm going to. Well, I'm going to call out someone. I'm hoping, unless someone calls me out, but I doubt that. But I've got 2 names, and I don't know who's won the matches, so we'll see how it goes. But do I say one of the 2? I would, Redshaw. Yeah, I would like to play Redshaw at some point. I had really a lot of fun in the Gauntlet singles with him playing that, and he's someone I'm going to play in singles, and he's also a former champ. So I might think of him. But there's one other person. If they win their match, I will be calling them out. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Giving us a sneak peek. I like it. We'll see how Faith favors you in that one. We will see you down the road. Thank you again, Jake. And geez, I love this tournament. I was gonna say I love this tournament so much. We like just going who's going on right now, who's going on the second round. I cannot wait to see that when it comes out. But that'll do it for us here today. Multiplex Movie Melee. Thank you everybody for showing up. Thank you everybody brought managers today and created rivalries within their teams because they felt like it. Will, Jake, Rajko, managers, John, Eric, thanks for showing up. Thank you all the writers, editors, keeps the show going. Please watch all of our triple threat call them out matches. They're all fantastic, including this one. Just everybody be well.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
In case I don't see you.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.